saving account is a deposit account that designed to hold money you don't need or plan to spend right away. This is different from a checking account, which may allow you to write checks or making purchases and ATM withdrawals using a debit card. Saving account help you stash money away for specific purpose and goals. For example, you may open a saving account to hold your emergency fund, or you could set up a down payment saving account ahead of buying a home.
Hi, my name is AINUL MARDHIAH and my matrix number is 01 DKB2 K1 I will explain in detail about saving account. Now, let's have a look at features and benefits of both banks. For CIMB, there are two types of saving account that customer can choose. It is Basic Saving Account 1 with no annual fee, or Basic Saving Account 2 that require annual fee statement-based saving account with exclusive debit card deal. Customer can enjoy merchant offer and discount throughout Malaysia with CIMB Debit Mastercard. CIMB Bank provide internet banking CIMB Clicks, a convenient and secure way of performing online account includes banking such as transaction fund, bill payment, top-up and others. For Maybank, customer can earn interest no matter your account balance. Maybank will not charge their customer maintenance charges. They also provide free mini statement and online banking with maybank2u.com. The eligibility for CIMB is Malaysian citizen and permanent resident only. Customer that joint account allowed. For Maybank, to apply for this saving account, the customer need to visit Maybank branch and bring along primary document. Saving account that available is Basic Saving Account BSA for adult above 18 years old, Basic Saving Account Trust for children under 18 years old with parents or legal guardian below 60 years old age, Basic Saving Account Minor for teenagers aged 12 to below 18 years old. The requirement of CIMB Bank is IC, minimum initial deposit of RM20 and a copy of utility bills for verification on address. For Maybank, the document required is original IC and birth certificate and MyKit. Let's move on to interest rate. For CIMB, the balance for the first 15,000 interest rate is 0.15%. For 15,001 cent to 100,000 ringgit, the interest rate is 0.20. For 100,001 cents to 200,000, the interest rate is 0.40. And lastly, balance above 200,000 is 1%. For Maybank, the balance for up to first 1,000 ringgit, 10,000 ringgit, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 and above 500,000, the interest rate is 0.20%. Next, fee and charges. For Maybank, you just need 20 ringgit to start earning interest. Maybank has no service fee required. For CIMB Basic Saving Account with no annual fee, there are 4 types of charges. Annual fee is free. ATM cash withdrawal interbank giro will be charged 50 cents. For Basic Saving Account 1 with annual fee, there are 4 types of charges. Annual fee is 8 ringgit. Interbank giro will be charged 0.50 cents for the first 2 transactions. Closing account within 3 months of its opening will be charged 20 ringgit. Reproduction copy of saving account statement for past 12 months for 10 ringgit for upfront. Lastly, terms and conditions for both banks. For CIMB Bank is protected by PIDM up to 250,000 for each depositor. An application to open a saving account 1 must be made using the bank standard form, and only ringgit Malaysia can be deposited in the saving account 1. Deposit may be made into the account with or without a passbook. And for Maybank is protected by PIDN up to 250,000 for each depositor. High split churn interest rate, calculate daily basis and credited half yearly in June and December. Various account management option, over the counter, ATM and debit card, maybank2u.com, M2U mobile and Kawanku phone banking. Cashless shopping with Maybank card debit.
So I will explain a little bit about housing loan. In Malaysia, a house loan or mortgage loan is a loan obtained from a bank or financial organization to assist in the purchase of real estate. More people can own a home because they don't have to pay the entire amount of rent.
Hi, my name is DYANA and I'll be talking about the features of CIMB Berhad versus Maybank in housing loans. First of all, CIMB's features come with a lot of interest rates and is particularly suited for buyers who prefer low initial repayments. Other than that, it has a range of offers of flexible packages to suit the different needs of its customers, as well as for smaller sized home loans. Meanwhile, Maybank offers a flexible home loan package, a semi-flexi home loan with a withdrawal facility, and is renowned for its flexibility by new customers and loyal customers, as well as it takes into account about your present and future needs. Now I will be talking about CIMB Berhad versus Maybank's benefits. CIMB Berhad covers properties, home loan interest is linked to the base rate, and interest rate is charged as low as 4.2%. Maybank, on the other hand, allows a higher loan eligibility, which is up to 40% of your salary, and exclusive flexibility to revising monthly installments. Now I'll be talking about the eligibility between CIMB Bank and Maybanks. The eligibility of CIMB Bank is that the individuals must be aged 18 and above, has to be a Malaysian citizen with MyCard only, holds a Malaysian registered mobile number and a valid email address, and lastly, must not have any basic current and or savings account with CIMB Berhad. Maybank's eligibility is a bit different than CIMB's because only Malaysian citizens can apply. The applicants must be between the ages of 18 to 70 years of age at the point of the application, and the applicant must not have any more than one home financing at the point of application. They also must include up to 3 guarantors to improve the success rate of their housing loan application. Next, we'll be talking about CIMB versus Maybank's requirements to apply for a home loan. CIMB requires for the applicant to have an IC or passport, a minimum deposit of 100 ringgit, a copy of your utility bill for the verification of your address, and the most important, if you are the age between 12 to below and the legal age of 18 years, a legal guardian or parent is needed to be present, and sign the indemnity letter for issuance of debit card. Maybank has quite a long list of requirements, which include such as identity documents, NRC/identity card, latest valid passport and visa/working permit, and employment pass. Next is property documents, which include a copy of sales and purchase or booking receipt or letter of offer from developer, a copy of individual title deed, and a property valuation report is required for completed property more than 6 months. Next on the list is income evidence for salary earners or gainfully employed. The latest 3 months consecutive months of salary slip or vouchers. There is 6 consecutive months of commission statement. There is EPF statements with 3 consecutive months or more transaction history. There is EA form. There is 6 months bank statement. And lastly, letter of confirmation of employment and remuneration. Aside from that, the interest rates for CIMB. First of all, for the first 20,000, CIMB will give the profit rate of 0.10. Second, for the next 20,000 to a million ringgit, CIMB will give the profit rate of 0.25. And lastly, above a million, CIMB will give the profit rate of 0.50. Meanwhile, Maybank's interest rates are up to 1,000. Their interest rates are 0.60. Next, for up to 5,000, the interest rate is 0.70. Thirdly, for up to 50,000, the interest rate is 0.80. And lastly, For up to 100,000, the interest rate is 0.95. And lastly, I'll be talking about CIMB versus Maybank's fees and charges. CIMB's fees and charges include stop payment instruction for 20 ringgit, account certification for EPF withdrawal 20 ringgit, letter or reference RM 30 ringgit, and a dormant account fee for 10 ringgit annually after the date of notice sent to account holder. For balance up to 10 ringgit, the balance will be absorbed as a dormant fee and the account will be closed. While Maybank's fees and charges are account closed within 3 months from the date of opening the account, RM 20 ringgit per account. Premier savings account RM 5 ringgit per month for average monthly balances of less than 50,000. Request for statement ATM trailers RM 5 ringgit per statement, and reported loss RM 15 ringgit, inclusive of 10 ringgit stamp duty on indemnity letter. That is all from me. Now I'll pass on the presentation.
While a personal loan, sometimes known as a consumer loan, refers to any situation in which an individual borrows money for personal reason, such as making investment, and then repay money over time.
Hi, my name is ZETTY and I will explain about personal loan. Now let's have a look at features and benefits of both banks. For CIMB Bank, they provide a few features. The minimum loan amount is 2,000 ringgit and the maximum amount is 100,000 ringgit Malaysia. The minimum tenure time is about 2 years and the maximum tenure time is about 5 years. And for Maybank, they provide loan amount which is that the minimum of the loan amount is 5,000 ringgit and the maximum amount is 100,000 ringgit. The minimum tenure time is about 2 years and the maximum time tenure is about 6 years. Next, I will talk about eligibility. The eligibility for CIMB Bank is Malaysian, citizen individual age 21 to 58 years old, minimum monthly gross income of 2,000 ringgit, and in employment for more than 6 consecutive months. For my bank, is open for Malaysian individuals aged 21 to 60 years old with a minimum income of 42,000 per annum. Next, the requirement for both banks. For CIMB Bank, the requirement is completed all required document employed, such as the minimum latest 1 month with payslip, or maximum 3 months with payslips and latest EPF statement with a minimum 8-month contribution. While for Maybank, the requirements is a copy of IC with the latest of 1 month salary slip, latest EA form, and latest of 3-month saving account activity. Okay, let's move on to interest rates, which is effective lending rate. For CIMB Bank, the rate is as low as 6.88% fixed per annum. As you can see in the slide, the fixed interest rates from as low as 6.88% fixed and as high as 14.88% per annum. Okay, interest rate Maybank is on fixed rate basis. For loan amounts of 5,000 ringgit to 20,000 ringgit, the rates is 8%, while for loan amounts of 20,000 ringgit to 50,000 ringgit, the rates is about 7 months. And lastly, for loan amounts of 50,000 ringgit to 100,000 ringgit, the rates are about 6.5%. Lastly, the fees and charges. For CIMB, there are no early statement fees and no processing stamp duty fees. While for Maybank, the settlement fee is about 200 ringgit or some equivalent to 3% of the outstanding balance of the loan, whichever is higher. And Maybank has not charged their customer with processing of stamping fees. So that's all for me about personal loan.
Saving account is a deposit account that pay interest and is held with a bank or other financial institution, and saving account has some restriction on how often you can withdraw funds. Other than that, I will explain how it will works. Saving account is financial institution use savings or other deposit account as a major sources of funding for loans, and its interest rate on saving account vary. Some savings account have minimum balance requirement in order to avoid monthly fees or earn the highest report rate, while others don't. On saving account, money can be transferred into or out of your saving account via electronic transfer, direct deposit, or branch ATM transaction. In conclusion, I will choose saving accounts by Maybank. It also has some benefits like overtime deposit funds. Next, it provides special value-added service like several banks offer discount on purchases with merchants or cashback or reward points on the ATM cum debit card. Saving money may seem like a hard thing to do, especially if you don't have a lot to start with, but even pennies add up. And as you see here, saving a little can help you do a lot more for yourself. It can help you make bigger changes in your life, be controlled, and be less dependent on others.